And the Gemara said another thing. Everybody knows the story of Kamta and Bar Kamta. It's connected to our parasha this week. But before Kamta and Bar Kamta, I will tell you about our parasha. BILAM. BILAM had a donkey. איך אומרים מתון?
Donkey.
לא, דנקי זה הזכר. איך אומרים הנקבה של האתון? Okay, he has a donkey.
Female donkey. Yeah.
He had a donkey. And according to Hazal, this donkey was very close to him. And he was the worst man, BILAM. The worst man. He was living with a donkey. You understand what I mean?
Okay.
The worst man. And the donkey spoke. Hashem made a big miracle. The donkey spoke. Then the angel told BILAM, if I had a sword, I would kill you, and I will leave her, the donkey, alive. כי אתה גמותך הרגתי, ואותה החייתי. Look at Rashi. Rashi explains that the angel killed the donkey. Why? Why the angel killed the donkey? Because after that story happened, it became famous, and everyone will see the donkey, will say, this is a donkey that argued with BILAM, the great man BILAM, and he didn't know what to answer to her. So she won BILAM. Is she donkey better than BILAM? So it could be big embarrassment to BILAM. So Hashem didn't want to embarrass him so much. Hashem told the angel to kill the donkey. It means that Hashem decided not to make too much embarrassment to BILAM. What? Rasha, the worst Rasha. Bad man. He knew only to curse, not to give blessings. You know, he had reputation. Before that, Am Israel were fighting against Sihon and Og. Before, what happened? Sihon went to BILAM to curse Moab. And BILAM cursed them, and Sihon won. Then Am Israel won Sihon. But he was bad man, the worst. He was living with a donkey. Rasha, the worst. But what he deserves, not more. To have big embarrassment from the donkey, he doesn't deserve that. So Hashem killed the donkey. So it means we have to give respect to Rashaim, bad people, even Rashaim. We have to give them respect. We have to be polite. We have to talk nice. You know, when I was a little child, in our area in Jerusalem, most of the people were religious. And I was going back home with my father, with some people, after Musaf. We were going, suddenly a car stopped next to me. And the driver said, from here to where I can go from this street? I told him, directly to Gehinnom. Yeah, everybody was laughing, except my father. My father was very angry. He told me, why do you talk to him like that? What do you think? Because you told him, you are tzaddik, you will go to Gehinnom. What will happen? He will leave the car, he will start to keep Shabbat. No, the opposite. He will hate the religion. He will say, little child talk like that. So my father was shouting at me. So many times when you smile to them, you give them respect, the opposite, you can change them. You can change them. They see people, religious people behave nice, they say it means it came from the Torah. 25 years ago, I went to Morocco. It was big delegation. to Morocco. The king invited Jewish people. They made a convention of Moroccan people, Jewish Moroccan people, including rabbis. Rav Mashash, alav shalom, went with us. Baba Baruch Abu Hatzira, all Moroccan rabbis. I was the only one that was not Moroccan. Why? Because the king sent a letter to my father, a special official invitation. And he said if my father needs, he will send his royal plane to take him. But my father couldn't go. So the foreign minister at that time was Arik Sharon. He was a foreign minister. He came to my father, he begged him. He said, it's very important for Israel if you go to Morocco. My father said, yes, but I can't. I don't feel good. He had a heart attack before. So he said, okay, at least send your son with a letter to the king. Okay, my father wrote a very nice letter to him, and the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, they translated it to French. They gave me the letter, and I went to Morocco with a delegation. There were a few ministers, members of the Knesset, and many journalists. All in Israel, it was big occasion. That first time, Morocco, official invitation to ministers from Israel. And also, it was a big ceremony in the palace, and it was the TV in Morocco and in Israel broadcasted live. So then, after it finished the ceremony, the rabbis came, they said, Beracha, שנתן מכבודו לבשר ודם. Then the king called me, and I gave him the letter. He read the letter. Then we started to talk, and it started with, he made big buffet in the palace. So everybody went to eat. It was kosher, but the king, he started to talk to me, and we started to say jokes at the beginning, and then it was big argument between him and me about the territories, about West Bank. He said we have to give it back to the Palestinians. I said no, and it was 1 hour conversation, just him and me. He put his hand on me, and we were talking back and forth in the palace and talking. And all the ministers, everyone wanted to say hi to the king, but he didn't pay attention to anyone. Only to me, and it was very nice. And they saw that he is laughing, talking. It was beautiful. When we came back, we went to Madrid. So it was about 100 people from Israel, special plane we took. And we were in a lounge waiting to our flight back to Israel. So all of us were sitting together, and one journalist took the microphone. He said, now we have to come to conclusions about what happened to us. 3 days we were in Morocco. So what do you think? Everyone said his opinion, and he asked a question. Who was number one in this trip, the star of this trip? Somebody said, no question, Rav David Yosef. He was the only one that got the king, and the only one that talked to the king privately. So all of them said yes. One of them said, you know, I found out that he is a very nice person also. And the other one said, yes, but when we saw him on TV a few times, he was talking very bad and tough, black. And I laughed very much. I said, it's you, journalists. You don't show me when I'm nice. You find out if I speak 1 hour and 30 seconds I will speak strong, you put this on TV, not you put the good things I said. It's you. It was big laugh together, but we can see that when we smile to them, we behave nice, it's good. There is a city in Israel, big city, that the mayor is anti-religious. Many things, many activities he did recently against Torah. So this man, his parents came from Iraq. You know, the Iraqis, they are not like the Syrian. Iraqis, for maybe 100 years, they were not religious. So I had a meeting with him. I sat with him 2 hours. From the beginning, I asked him, do you believe that we have Gan Eden or Gehinnom? You believe in that? I told him, listen, we are not cow. Cow eats, sleep, and then shahita. So what do you think? We live here 80 years, 90 years, Be'ezrat Hashem, long life, but after that we will be in the cemetery and that's it. He said, Rabbi, I'm Sephardic. I believe that there is reward and punishment. I said, okay, so why did you do that? Why? No, this one said like this, I had to act, I have to answer. So we argued. We argued, and then I told him, you know, you are a mayor. A mayor in Israel, in a city, is like a king. You do, if you have coalition, you have enough members in the municipality council, so you can do anything you want. So he has a majority, no question. I told him, you are like a king, and you have an opportunity to do good things. You will not be the mayor forever. One day, you will retire, or I don't know, but not forever. Nobody will survive forever. So why don't you do good things? So he argued. I told him, it's not what you answer, it's not you. It's your Yetzer Hara answer. So argument, in the end, suddenly, he said, Rabbi, I was asked to give 7 million shekels, it means $2 million, just to fix the mikveh. There are many mikveh in that city, maybe 10 mikveh. So we have to spend $2 million to fix all of them. And I said no, no penny. Now, after what you talk to me, if you give me beracha, tomorrow I will give the 7 millions. Immediately I stood up, I kissed him, I put kippah on his head, and I gave him beracha. And he gave the money. So it means even he was talking on the radio. At the beginning I thought maybe it's not good to meet him at all. Anti-religious. And suddenly you can see not anti-religious. I talked to him and he understood. So especially among us, when we are talking to each other, we are acting, we have to think lifnim mishurat hadin, to be nice. This is the only way, if we want better mikdash, the only way. The Gemara said that. The Gemara said, after the first holy temple was destroyed, 70 years later, the second one was built. And at the time of the Gemara, it was 300-400 years after the destruction of Bet HaMikdash. The Gemara said, why not? Because the first one, they fixed it, they made teshuvah, and we didn't make teshuvah. It means if we make teshuvah, Mashiach will come. And to make teshuvah about that, it means to behave good to each other. And Rabotai, you are Syrian, you live among yourself, you get married among yourself, Baruch Hashem, and you keep the community one unit, strong. Even you fight, we are one unit, Baruch Hashem. Think about the others around. Many Jewish people, they don't know anything. And when you smile to them, as I said, when you smile to them, they put once tefillin, you cannot know what will happen? I asked many Baalei Teshuvah, what was the moment that you made the decision to make Teshuvah? It's very interesting. Most of the men answered, they were thinking, but the moment they decided was first time tefillin. And women said, lighting candles of Shabbat. This was the moment they had strong feeling and they decided to make Teshuvah. So we have to be friends with each other, everyone, friends, talk nice, help, support. And Baruch Hashem, in your community you have great people that making mitzvot. I see how they collect money, how they support, not only money, how they behave, how they, Nihum Avelim, all the day, hundreds of people come every day for everyone here. So it means you have it. The Syrian people, you have the Ben Adam Lahavero, good feelings, good midot, good character. You are the real Jewish people. Rahmanim, Baishanim, Gomlei Hasadim, the best. So just make it stronger and stronger, and Be'ezrat Hashem soon we will have Mashiach. Amen. Ken Yireh Tzaddik. Okay. אני עכשיו התחלתי ש"ג.
הספר שהרב הביא
ש"ג זה פחות מאשר ש"י.